I played 100% of Plants vs. Zombies, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. From beating every minigame and puzzle, to grinding that 100-foot tree, and unlocking the rarest achievements. This game pushed me way harder than I expected, but after hours of strategy, speedrun strats, and way too many lawnmowers, I finally did it. Let me show you what it takes to fully complete one of the most iconic games of all time. If you've never played Plants vs. Zombies, you're lying, because how can you forget about this riveting gameplay? Plants hate zombies, zombies hates plants. It's pretty straightforward, and a battle I'll be a part of for the next 80 hours. Why do I do this to myself? For level 1-1, you only have the pea shooter, the face of Plants vs. Zombies. And for being zombies who walk down one patch of grass, we unlock the sunflower. Arguably the most important plant in the entire game. And if you've seen my short, you already know this plant gets talked about a lot. So the real question is, do I put sunflowers in front or in the back of the lawn while I get all the achievements? In level 2, our lawn grows a whole 3 lanes. It's another straightforward level. But this level is when you really start to feel it. Plants vs. Zombies is a great game, but man, I wish there was a 2 times speed button. Watching zombies crawl in like they've got all day, it's a test of patience more than a skill. Then we unlock the cherry bomb. Level 3 is nothing crazy, and still 3 lanes, and being it unlocks the walnut. Very funny, Plants vs. Zombies, very funny. Finally, on level 4, the gardener finishes the lawn and we have all 5 lanes. After this level, we finally unlock the shovel. I can start fixing my terrible plant placements. And then we meet him. The man, the myth, the frying pan hat, Crazy Dave. The PvZ universe has got a whole lot weirder. Then I come face to face to my worst nightmare, minigames. Eventually I have to beat all the minigames for an achievement, but that's a later me's problem. Finishing the walnut bowling, I get the greatest little guy there is, Potato Mine. My personal favorite. This guy instantly takes out one zombie, but takes time to ready itself. For being level 6, I get Snow Pea. Snow Pea's cool and all, but let's be honest, I'm probably not using it much. Meanwhile, finally, I get a Potato Mine kill and grab the achievement. One of the easiest achievements in the game, but it still feels good to see it pop up since I have 21 achievements to get. This is when the game gets really boring. There's 10 levels in each world. Most of them after level 5 is the same level as the one before it. But for being level 7, we get the Chomper. I know they get a bad rap, but honestly, they're not that bad. For 150 sun, you can just place them in front of any zombie. Even if they do get eaten, at least they took out a zombie too. Level 8 is straightforward. We unlock the repeater. Solid damage, nothing fancy. Breezing past level 9. No new plant this time, just more zombies and pressure. But at the end, we get our first mysterious note from the undead. The hints there's more going on than just backyard defense. Finally, I end up on level 10. It's not a normal level, but the first real test, a huge wave, and the first conveyor belt level. We're handed random plants on a conveyor belt, and honestly, at least it's something different. And finally, getting past the first area, I unlocked the puff shroom for only 0 sun, and this fun guy actually put a smile on my face. Now in Area 2, the gimmick is that it's nighttime and the sun won't fall from the sky. So it makes sense that we got puff shroom previously. If it's now nighttime, does that mean the first area took a whole day? Does Plants vs. Zombies take place over a week, meaning we stayed up 5 days straight to defend our house? With that crisis out of the way, I get the sun shroom, so I can produce more sun during night levels. Level 2-2 is nothing crazy, just a couple buckhead zombies, but oh man, the best plan in the game. Being this level, I get the Fume Shroom. What really makes it exciting is knowing I'm one step closer to the Gloom Shroom upgrade. Every speedrun, every high level strat, Gloom Shroom is always there in the spotlight. For level 3, you get the Grave Buster. The graves are really starting to get in the way, especially with zombies spawning from them mid-wave. It's one of those utility plants that doesn't look flashy, but not having it would make night levels slightly harder. Level 4's reward is quite possibly the worst reward I've ever received. A book. I will never be reading this thing, even if it explained how to make $1,000,000. Just like the day area, level 5 is a minigame. Crazy Dave explains the minigame is whack a zombie and hands you a hammer. Whacking off all the zombies. From our lawn, we get the Hypno Shroom, which again is a plant I won't be using. Scaredy Shroom. They're the reward for being level 6, and honestly they're really good for the normal game and in speedruns. Having two in the same lane is the equivalent of having a repeater, for way cheaper. After getting something good, of course, they have to give me something useless, and that's exactly what happened on level 7. I don't know why someone used the Ice Shroom to slow down zombies when we could just use any Insta-plant to get rid of most of them. After a trash can like Ice Shroom, I get something I actually want to use, Doom Shroom, for being level 8. Now this is the nuclear option. Doomshroom deletes everything in a huge area, but also leaves a crater behind. You can't replant there for a while. It's the kind of plant you hold on to until you absolutely need it. For staying through all that, level 9, I get a note. The final level for Area 2 is a conveyor belt level with all the mushrooms I got in the level, so I guess I'll end up using Hypno Shroom and Ice Shroom. And for beating this level, your reward? The Lily Pad. Unlocking the entire pool section. It's a simple plant, but the key to the next area. We have a pool? How much did this house even cost? Area 3 is the pool. The lily pad lets us place whatever we want on the water. Oh, I'll use the lily pad to use a real monster, but that's for later since I can't buy it yet. Beating level 3-1 gives me probably my favorite insta plant, Squash. With lily pad and Squash in hand, nothing can stop me now. The second level is nothing exciting, and I get the 3-peater. Wow, they really like this guy. 300 Sun for a plant that shoots down 3 lanes. It's a cool concept, but it's just too expensive. Might as well use something else for that much. I got Seaweed! No, never mind. Tangled Kelp. I'm no expert, so I don't know the difference between kelp and seaweed. But this little guy can be placed in water and it drags down the zombies. After a long awaited arrival, I beat level 4 and get Dave's car keys, letting me use the shop. The game was pretty chill up to this point, but before I played it, I looked up the achievements, and a lot of the achievements are tied to buying things from the shop. Later on, you'll see how much I struggle with coins. Plants vs. Zombies has some wild ideas for minigames, and for Area 3's minigame, it's Big Trouble Little Zombie. Yeah, never mind, they ran out of ideas pretty quick. The only difference for this minigame is that zombies are small, and for being it, I get a spicy guy that only targets one lane. Probably one of the most annoying zombies has to be the Zomboni. If they drive over a plant, it's crushed and leaves a trail of ice behind it, so you can't place plants there anymore. But good thing I have the jalapeno, which completely destroys this zombie, making this level more manageable. For being level 6, we get the Spikeweed. The Spikeweed can be placed on the ground and hurt zombies, and wait for it, pops the tires of the Zamboni, getting rid of it. That's when I'm face to face with the most vile creature I've ever seen, the dolphin zombie. He hops over all the plants, but if you put up a tall nut, he gets stopped. But that's the reward for this level, so I can't use it yet. On level 9 is the typical stuff. I beat the level and get a note leading me to the conveyor belt level, unlocking the sea shroom, which is pretty much the puff shroom but for water. Man, how much more of this do I have? Area 4, Fog. The whole gimmick of Fog is cool and all, but you can just look through it and you can see the zombies, so it's not much of a bother. These levels are just the pool levels, but only using mushrooms, so I keep on trucking. For being level 1, I get Planturn, which gets rid of the fog, but if you have eyes, this plant is useless. When I thought things couldn't get worse, they did. At the end of the second level, I get Cactus. On paper, it sounds cool, but their whole point is to pop balloons. Like, can plants not look up or something? Why is there a plant specifically for this? There totally wouldn't be a plant that does the exact same thing but better. I was wrong. The very next level, I get Blover. Blover is one of those plants that quietly does the job of most plants instantly. It's introduced as a counter to balloon zombies, but that's just the beginning. It also clears fogs like a planturn and can replace cactus for anti-air, doing both their jobs faster and cheaper. It's a one-use plant, sure, but for Under Sun, it clears the screen. Honestly, once you unlock Blover, it kind of makes the other utility plants from this area feel unnecessary. On level 4, I get a taco for being it. Too bad I don't eat those. The minigame of this area is Vase Breaker. You break vases. Who would have guessed that? And either zombies or a plant will pop out, and it's not that bad. I said that before I had to get to round 15 in it. Why do I do these things to myself? Being that gives me the split P. It shoots forward and backwards. Area 4 might be the weakest stretch in all of Plants vs. Zombies. The fog mechanic is fine on its own, but plants you unlock during this section are some of the least exciting in the game. Plant turn is situational, Cactus is underwhelming, the split P doesn't feel worth the cost. Unlike the other areas that constantly reward you with useful or fun tools, Area 4 just feels like a slog, where the unlocks don't keep up with the challenge. The entire section ends up feeling more like filler than rewarding of the 100% journey. On level 6, I get introduced to another terrible zombie, the Digger. And for curb stomping him, I get the Starfruit. Finally, something that isn't used for one specific thing. Level 7, you unlock the Pumpkin, and it instantly becomes one of the best utility plants in the game. Being able to protect any plant with an extra layer of health completely changes how you build your defenses. Level 8 is where you unlock the Magnet Room. It immediately solves some of the most annoying enemies in the game. Screen door zombies, ladder zombies, Bughead, they're all completely shut down when you move their metal gear. It's one of the few plants that directly counter a whole group of threats, with almost no downsides. Later on, pairing it with Pumpkin or Coffee Bean makes it a long-term MVP. Level 9 is the last normal level of the pool area. Instead of a plant, you get a note from the zombies. This one leads directly to the conveyor belt level in level 10. Actually something different, the last level of the area. It's pitch black, but some flashes of light happens every so often, so you're not completely blind. Nearing the end of the adventure, I get the last plant type of the game, this one being a cabbage. One more to go. Finally on the roof, the 5 lanes are slanted near the ends, and there's no grass. You have to place plant pots in order to grow up here. You have to use those catapults to hit targets on the top of the roof, because somehow, plants can't look up. Being the first level gives you plant pots. At the time of recording, I didn't see it, but it has a little face, making it a plant too. Level 2 is the same as the last, but this time gain another catapult, the kernel pult. It throws normal attacks, but randomly will launch a butter, slowing down the zombies, which really helps. I sure would hate to go against this thing. That would really suck. Nothing crazy for level 3, just normal zombies and a guy with a ladder. For winning, I get a coffee bean, which lets me use mushrooms during the day. Not too helpful right now, but pretty soon I'll be using this a lot. We find a watering can at the end of level 4, leading Crazy Dave to teach us about gardening. It opens the Zen garden, where we can water plants for coins. I never really used it since it was a lot of effort to click on coins after a while. No minigame for this area. Just Crazy Dave explaining how he hates bungee zombies, and honestly, me too. Being this, I get the garlic. Another plant I use a lot of, but later on. At first glance, garlic seems like a quirky addition. By placing garlic in a lane, zombies that come in contact with it are redirected to adjacent lanes, effectively splitting their approach and buy more time to deal with them. This mechanic is used a lot late game for most strategies. Being the next level gives Umbrella Leaf, which makes bungee zombies useless. Level 7 has me use some spike weeds because somehow zombies got cars on the roof. This level introduces the marigold, a plant that produces silver and gold coins instead of sun. It doesn't directly change the game, but marigold is the only way I got coins during this. By placing marigolds and golden mushrooms on your lawn, you can make so many coins, which can be used to purchase upgrades and other items in Creative Dave's shop. Level 8 is a typical level, but the reward I get this time is actually really good. The melon pult. This plant does some real damage and has a splash effect, making them the go-to choice for many players looking for some real damage. Level 9 is a note explaining that finally my job here is almost done. The finale of Adventure Mode is here, and a fight against Zomboss and his big robot. But with a lot of freezing him and replacing plants, it's done. Ugh. Is that it? I got money! Whoa, 10k. Complete adventure mode. Home lawn security. With the main adventure behind us, it's time to dive into the rest of Plants vs. Zombies. I'm starting with the minigames, and there are a total of 20 of them. Finishing all of these, along with the rest of the achievements, is going to take a while. The main game felt like a breeze compared to what's coming next. This is where the real grind begins, and honestly, this chunk of content is what makes up most of my 80-hour playtime. I start with Walnut Bowling, a fan favorite and a great way to kick off the minigames. There's an achievement tied to this mode, which requires you to bowl over 5 zombies with a single walnut. I haven't unlocked it yet, but it's on my radar. Slot machines. This mode introduces a slot machine mechanic where you spend sun to spin and receive random plants or sun. It's a game of chance. Invisi-Ghoul is pretty much Candy Crush. Raining seeds is pretty self-explanatory. Seeds come from the sky. Zombonding makes the zombies have plant heads, allowing them to attack you from a distance. It's a challenging twist that requires a solid defensive strategy. Invisi-Ghoul is a stealthy challenge where zombies are invisible, but I have somewhat of a game plan for getting 100%. And an achievement that I knew would take a while was growing the Tree of Wisdom to 100 feet. It's weighing on me. Time to tackle it, the minigames can wait. The only way I know to get the amount of coins I'll be needing for most of the achievements coming up is Survival Endless, but I have to unlock it first. To unlock Survival Endless in Plants vs. Zombies, you need to complete all 10 standard survival modes on normal difficulty and on hard. Once these are cleared, Survival Endless becomes available. Survival Endless is one of the most efficient methods for farming coins, and for one achievement, I need a lot of coins. Feeding the tree with tree food, available at 2,500 per bag, allows it to grow 1 foot taller per bag. And I need to get this guy to 100 feet. Crazy Dave provides 5 free bags upon your initial purchase. To reach 100 feet, you'll need additional 94 bags, totaling 235,000. Combined with the initial purchase, overall cost to achieve this height is 245,000. Each time I got a wave 10 Survival Endless, I got 20k. I got 20,000 coins. After doing the math, it'd be around a 10-hour journey to fully grow the tree. Finally, a big hurdle was done. This took me so many days of playing and really set me back, but now I can continue with the rest of the achievements. 50 feet tall, thank you for feeding me. I'm out of wisdom for now. I might have more if you want to grow me tall enough. Oh my god, there's no fucking way. Each bag is 50? Each bag is 1 foot. Oh my god, there's no way. Oh, did I skip a couple? Oh no. So, we now have to do more math. I need another 100k or so. Okay, so 91. I need 9 more bags. Shut the Alright. 22k. 13k. So, I need 13k. I'm gonna try to get 13k from this. 99. Hey, I'm 100 feet tall. Celebrate with me. Oh, I did it. Finally. After finally growing the tree of wisdom, I jump back into the minigames. Zombani 2 turns the chaos up to 11. You thought pea shooter zombies were bad? Now they're hiding behind walnuts and launching cabbage at you. Walnut bowling is the same thing as last time, just more zombies. Dr. Zomboss Revenge should be a fun finale, but it's basically just the final fight again, except it takes way longer. I only ended up showing off a few minigames because I didn't want to bore you with an hour-long video of me saying minigame names and describing them. After that, I dove into the grind to reach round 15 in Vase Breaker, and let me tell you, it was just the start of the hardest achievements in this game. I thought I was prepared, but man, it took forever. Each round felt like it dragged on forever, and when I thought I was close, I hit another roadblock. It felt like a never-ending grind, and honestly, I was starting to question, was this even worth it? I went back to the drawing board because No Way Plants vs. Zombies is a game that makes me quit. Each level is more or less the same. My strat for beating it was break the whole backline and place plants accordingly. There's a lot of bucket hat zombies, and normal plants don't have enough firepower, so the only way I found to kill them was a squash. If you break a vase and a zombie pops out, I would wait until it's lined up with another vase, so the zombie was pretty much in each other. And when they were all at the end, I would use a squash, taking out a whole row at once. And that's just the start of the problem. Gargantuars spawn, and there's a chance using 2 squash on him would take him out. Layer in the waves 2 spawn, so the stacking zombie strat is key. But oh man, the wave relief I felt when I finally got to wave 15. Just a couple more achievements to go. Zombie. The game mode was cool at first, but I just kept losing, and before I lost my mind, I turned to the only resource I had. I reset the game for an easy start. I don't want to make it harder than it has to be. I would reset the game if I had too low sun after the first 2 waves also. There's a lot of plants that can insta-kill zombies, so I just use imps since they're cheap. The kernel pole is really annoying. If it slows down a zombie, it's pretty much done for. So 2 conehead zombies in that lane usually does it. For the heavy hitters, Magnus is the first one to go. It ruins most of the strats when it's up. So without using too much sun, get that magnet. Once it's out of the way, a football zombie or buckethead takes care of the rest of the lane. A ladder zombie is great for the ice peak since the ladder is a shield and it won't be slowed down. And after try and try again, finally I was able to beat it. With the hard achievements done, I can clean up the rest. After playing so much Survival Endless, I only got to flag 14. The main strat for Endless was Cob Cannon. They take out anything and everything, so I just had to make sure to time them right. Then I bought the last plant I needed from the shop, and finally did Walnut Bowling. Oh, nice! Okay, get me out of here. Alright, last one. The final achievement was Find the Yeti. For the final push, I had to replay the game since the Yeti spawns on 410, and once I see him, you can guess what happens. I fucking did it! Oh my god. Oh my god. Discover top secret zombie. Main menu, leave. Achievements. That's it. I'm done. I never have to play this game again. Oh, I would not wish this upon anyone I know. Oh my god. It's finally done. It's finally done. Get me off. Nope. Quit. Done. Bye bye. 21 out of 21. Add to favorites. Boom. Right with the other games that I'll never play again. Oh man.